DC Improv. What's going on? So, do you all like to gossip? Okay, great. Great. My neighbor loves to gossip. She loves to poke her nose where it doesn't belong. And I love it because give me some hot gospel, the tea, and I drink it up, okay? Last week we happened to be getting our mail at the same time, and without missing a beat, she raves on and on and on and on to me about everyone in the neighborhood. Now, her husband, she told me, used to work in construction, but unfortunately banged his head on some heavy metal. So he's constantly confused. Now he asks, does this go here or there? And she used to work at a jam factory until her hip hopped out of place. Now they've got disability check 1, check 2. Their son's in tech. No, he's in law school. Either way, he's a Baroque boy. Baroque being the operative word. It's instrumental to know that because he still is with mommy and daddy. And I don't know how this boy found me online, but if EDM me one more time. Now, there are 2 guys who live on the corner, Ray and Bailey R&B, which is what they call themselves. And because of the nickname, me and my neighbor assumed they were a couple. She even asked me, are Bailey and Ray gay? I mean, they're both very good-looking guys with a lot of muscles. Bailey and Ray, gay, tone. The total package, if you ask me. I mean, my nosy neighbor thought she saw them having an adult party, as she put it. She said she doesn't judge because some folk is traditional and some folk is contemporary. How they rock and roll is none of her business, and it don't mean a thing if they like to swing. And across the street is Joe, quiet older guy. I check on him from time to time. I say, you okay, Pop? He just nods and waves. He's an avant-gardener. He grows red hot chili peppers, which is a better alternative to when he was into smashing pumpkins. Last fall, the HOA voted to ban Joe from yard work for a while because he blew grass onto everyone's lawns with a high-powered leaf blower. And we all forgave him. There's no point in holding a grudge. That's no way to reach nirvana. Then there's a tiny house at the end of the street, and there's a whole lot of people in that house. One couple with 8 kids. The family as a whole is quite vocal, and for a family that likes to sing, this tiny house was quite the small space to acquire. My neighbor told me she babysat for them once, but never again. One kid was like, I want to watch this movie about a sensitive fish who doesn't care what his dad thinks. It's called Finding Emo. She said one little punk rocks a leather jacket in the house all the time. Who does that? One of them told her, you better watch your dubstep, old lady. They'd even steal Joe's flowers sometimes, which I didn't hate because they'd keep the red ones and gave me the blues. And the youngest ones always had a little boogie hanging out their nose. But 2 doors down is this mysterious hippie woman. Her quirky and offbeat freestyle often gets her a bad rap. But this lady does not give a funk what you think about her, okay? As a matter of fact, in the front window of her house, a sign says, Afrobeats, straight hair, any day. All of her outfits have catchy patterns with a pop of color, and she wears cowboy boots with everything. My snooping neighbor found out she's from St. Lucia, so just a little country. So DC, before I go, let me say this. You may not be jazzed about your neighbors, but it doesn't hurt to have an ounce of compassion for the people who live around you. Thank you.